So, this is going to be my final response to the drama between Acheeto and I. Now, before I get into the apologies that are necessary, I will not be apologizing for associating with Nattie Forsyth. There have been so many blatantly false claims made about me and made about Nat. It is wildly unethical to go around claiming that I am supporting pedophiles and that I am friends with EDP 2.0. It's unethical to make videos calling Nat the next EDP. Now, Acheeto claimed multiple times that I am one of Nat's only friends, that Nat is like a known 100% confirmed like pedophile, right? Everyone knows this, alright? Everyone dropped them. No one's friends with them except me.
You want to know one of the few people that actually continued to talk to this guy after he got exposed? Jadyn! Which, that's pretty bad, man. Like, I'm not one to police connections, but if you're friends with a guy who's like, you know, a pedo, like, that's a little different, I feel like, you know? We're not talking about being friends with someone who's a little edgy.
That is simply incorrect framing. Earlier today, another one of Nat's associates, Ruben Sim, who is very popular in the Roblox community, would go onto Turkey Tom's live stream and, just like I have, defended Nat.
Nattie?
Yeah.
He had controversy because I think he had like a Snapchat group and it's just like with his buddy. And someone added a 13-year-old and didn't tell anyone, and he was like making sexual jokes and stuff with her. And yeah, but once he figured out her age, they kicked her out. And
well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I don't think he's a pedophile.
There's a lot of crazy shit from Nattie Forsyth. They're friends with someone that's more from my community named Jalyn. Do you know who this person is? Even to this day, I get people who call him like pedos or pedo whatever.
Yeah, I don't believe that. That's stupid.
Yeah. I'm not pilled on that.
The clip we saw there was by Jalyn thinking that obviously two people who don't know the situation state they don't know the situation proves that they know the situation, which is kind of bullshit. Like Tom Dark and Ruben obviously don't know anything about it. They even state that they're not pilled in it, and that also another thing they got wrong was it wasn't a Snapchat group chat, it was Nattie Forsyth was sending a dick pic to a 12-year-old. There's also another incident with a 14-year-old where he sent in a group chat on Discord, which you should expect that possibly a 13-year-old, 14-year-old could get into on Discord. You know, they say it's an adult Discord. Also, it's, what the hell, like, you can't check the age at all. You just go, oh, yep, this new person in my Discord that I don't know who they are in a swap Discord where they're not supposed to be in is in, and yeah, I'm just gonna send a picture of someone getting their dick sewed in. Like, what the fuck? So, Jadyn, how's that supposed to prove that Nattie Forsyth is not a pedo? Because overall, wouldn't that alone be kind of proof that they are, or at least that's pedophilic behavior? Hell, if there's anyone else who's 19 who is saying this kind of shit to people who's 14, 12, and 17, which, by the way, in the UK, even though, yeah, sex is technically legal for people, it's illegal to sex a 17-year-old. So no, that's still a crime. And yeah, it's not like you could just delete that with like Grimsy, which is Nattie Forsyth's real name. It's not like he could delete the evidence before the police raid him. Like, what? That's the most brain dead shit I've ever fucking heard. Like, I don't know, man. These two are fucking dumbasses. And there's also like, yeah, later on in the video I'm gonna talk more about this, but yeah, Jane quote unquote apologizes about saying anti-Semitic stuff about religion. Like, I hate religion. But you'll see her apologize. Apologizing is not the same thing as not thinking it still. And also check the age of someone on Discord chat. Like, not only that, like, he sent pictures of various pictures on Snapchat with Nattie Forsyth. Nattie Forsyth put Jadyn this up with them, but because, you know, Jadyn only knew him for 1 year and shit. But in general, like, that, none of that clip proves that Nattie Forsyth's not a pedophile. It just proves that Tom Dark and Ruben don't know anything about the Grimsy situation, which is like bullshit. And also, yeah, I don't know why I like to keep changing the story from, you know, oh, it was semi-ironic to it's just a joke, but whatever. I'll play the next clip. This bullshit.
Lore.
Now, of course, Ruben Sim has received no backlash for this. Turkey Tom's received no backlash for this. All of the numerous other people that have associated with Nat have also received no backlash for this. Nat hasn't even received backlash for Acheeto's videos. For some reason,
Yeah, I wonder why they, you know, aren't getting backlash like you are. It's almost like, you know, your audience is a bunch of adults, and, you know, Nattie Forsyth and Ruben's audience is a bunch of children who don't know any better and can't just go, oh, this is pedophilic, this person's a horrible person. No, dude, like, and you're also, like, asking the abuser, like, what the fuck? They're the dude who's, like, you ask the dude who committed the crime, they're not gonna tell you the truth. I've learned this from countless other friends, and you have to ask other people if you hear any allegations about something. You don't just go, oh, hey dude, I heard this about you. They're of course gonna try and misdirect you and say, I would never do something that horrible. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. Even though they did so. They did the act. Like, what the fuck? Sending nude pictures is predatorial. And also asking for nude pictures. Not only that, the last time they talked about it, they said it was semi-ironic. It's semi-ironic to ask for nudes from a fucking 12-year-old, 14-year-old. It doesn't even... Dude, they're all underage. Like, and he tries to act like, oh... Yeah, she's 17. It's perfectly fine. It's not perfectly fine in the UK. It's still illegal to sex a 17-year-old. Nattie Forsyth is not innocent of this at all. I'm even gonna put links in the description and explain this stuff even further. Like, this is just a bunch of bullshit here. All of it. But yeah, no. Of course, children are not gonna admit that their favorite YouTube creator is a fucking pedophile. They're not gonna go, he's a pedo, I'm gonna unsubscribe. No, they're kids. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, that's not even a good comparison to go like, oh, but they're not getting backlash. Yeah, they're not, because their audience is children. And they're all, like, what? Like, Turkey Tom also, like, didn't even say anything. Neither did Ruben, really. They just said, I don't understand the full situation, pretty much. They said they're not pilled in it. At least Tom Dark did. Ruben said, I don't believe that Nattie Forsyth would do it, which still means they don't know the full context of the situation. And also, yes, I'm going to use the new EDP in my title because of clickbait mainly. Because I don't believe that Nattie Forsyth is as bad as EDP, but definitely on the predatorial mark. Definitely up there. Like, to where, yes, you are a predatorial person for what you've done. But I do not think that you're comparable directly to EDP. Either way, I'm gonna show this next dumbass clip.
Taken the blunt of all the backlash, and every day I'm getting comments on all my videos saying that I'm supporting the next EDP 445. Now, as I said in my last response, these allegations against Nat are extremely complicated. These allegations came out over 5 years ago. 5 years ago, before I even knew who they were. I had been friends with Nat for a few years, and suddenly I got people telling me, Nat's a pedo, Nat's a pedo, Nat did this, Nat did that. And so I have gone to Nat multiple times to ask them like what the context behind all of this was, and they have kept to their story that they were added to a group chat, didn't check the person's age, and jokingly flirted with them. Now, you can say that it's like stupid to like jokingly flirt with someone. I get that. You can say that it's wildly irresponsible to just message someone like that without knowing their age, and I agree with that. Nat clearly messed up, but does that make them a predator? Does that make them on the same level as EDP? EDP had intent, where Nat did not. It'd be a whole different story if they had like met up, like if that had happened, if Nat had met up with this girl, didn't know her age, that's a completely different story. But since this incident that happened over 5 years ago, Nat has never been involved with anything like this ever since. And if that were the case, if something like that were to come out, I would be the first person to drop Nat immediately. I am not one to drop someone to save my reputation. That has never been who I am. And if I'm labeled as a supporter supporter of pedophiles for the rest of my career, then so be it. As I said before, the claims that Acheeto have made against me are extremely unethical. Now, as for the jokes that I've made in the past, I would like to wholeheartedly apologize to anyone who's been affected by any of my statements or jokes in the past. And going forward, I will no longer be making those types of jokes. As I understand, it doesn't really matter what the intention is. It doesn't matter if it's just a joke, because even jokes can have harmful outcomes. Anyway, going forward, I'm just gonna try and stay out of controversy and stick to making content like I should have been. I've been putting a lot of time and effort into my content recently, and honestly, I see things only going up from here. Anyway, these are just my thoughts on this entire situation. If you guys have enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel.
For one, no, of course, Nattie forsyth isn't the new EDP, but definitely predatory behavior, and also repetitive fake apologies, and also saying things either that it's semi-ironic, or then apologizing for it. Apologizing as in making shit up and not actually apologizing, saying these are how laws actually work, and pretending that he couldn't delete the footage from the computer before, the feds showed up and checked if, there's anything predatory on them. And also, they're not going to do an out-of-country state investigation, so if he left that on there or anything like that, of course they're going to go, oh, well, the 12-year-old's from the US, so we can't do anything about it, so we're just going to fuck off now. And also, like, with the, oh, I'm sorry about any jokes that offended you in the past, or statements. Statements and jokes are two completely different things, and the statements you said, you were serious about, including the statement of, I hate Christians. I'm technically Christian also, so first off, fuck you. And also, I hate you as well. Hate's reciprocal, so go fuck yourself. And, yeah, there's some religion I don't like either, personally, but I don't just go avidly going, oh, I hate this religion, I absolutely despise Mormons, oh. No, because I don't like the religion, because I've found out about gambling, things like that, that's been a part of that culture, and also that they've done other things related to that I don't want to get into right now, and also how they treat their members, I personally disagree with. And even then, if I don't like any church that I'm around, I'm just going to read the book on my own, of the Book of Mormon, Holy Bible, whatever one it is. But saying you apologize for your statements of what you said about I hate religion isn't going to make it to where you don't think that. Or the fact that you said the N-word to ZeroNeedsCoffee, you're still a racist and you still hate religion. Don't lie about those things, and I'm done with this bullshit. Check the description if you want more information about this, and I'll put Acheeto's video in this, and also Grimsy's. And also, don't do any of the shit these two have been doing. Don't just spur out random or act like some fucking retard on the internet doing this kind of shit. It's a waste of time, and also, I'll hate you forever if you do anything pedophilic. I despise pedophiles, and I don't like to be around children whatsoever, just because of all this bullshit. Yeah, see you later.